Hello, my beautiful tribe. Welcome to this week's episode of Meta Talk. Meta, unconditional love and kindness for you and for others. And this week, I wanted to cover how to cope with bad news. I think 2020 was a heck of a year, and now we're in 2021, and we have noticed that bad news still come into our lives. And what better way than to really resonate that meta inside of us, that love inside of us, and ripple that out to others, than to learn how to cope with the bad news that are going to happen in our everyday lives, or maybe weekly, whatever happens in your life. But this whole episode is all about how to deal with and cope with those bad news. So the first thing that we must do when we receive that bad news is ask one question, and that is this news directly affecting me? Is this news directly affecting me? I stopped watching the news a long time ago. I just read like a synopsis of what's been happening, just because of the reason that I would get really upset over stuff. Like, I'm like, oh my God, why is this happening? Da, 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 da. And when we look at it, it wasn't affecting me directly. So that's the first question you want to ask is this news directly affecting me? Now, if it's no, let it go. If it's yes, now we have a choice. We have the choice to say, how am I going to react to this news? Am I going to act out of grievance, where it's like, oh my God, the world's falling apart? Or am I going to look at this news as a challenge, that it's finite, and that there is a learning and growing opportunity in every challenge that you have in your life? And what do we call that? CFL, as it was taught to me by my teacher and guru, David G. So you have a choice to be a miracle or to act as a grievance. So that's the first part of getting some bad news. Now, when we get upset over news, it's mostly because we are upset over what's happening and that we don't have control over what's happening, and it goes against our beliefs and our values. So that's a second part that you want to kind of evaluate and look at is how is this news affecting my values and my beliefs? And that will also help you cope with that news, because if it's something that goes against your values and beliefs, you know that, one, you really can't control what that person or what that news is, but we can come to terms to saying, you know what, this is why I'm upset. And when we get that clarity, we're able to release the things that makes us upset. Make sense? Awesome. Now, as you're getting these bad news and you're like, okay, so when do I know to let go of the grievance? When do I know that, it is affecting me? When do I release it? Well, you have to trust. You have to see and kind of allow yourself to ask that question when it's right for you. Now, my teacher, David G, taught me, it is okay to visit the land of hurts, but it's not okay to live there. So if you receive this bad news and you take the time to, feel bad, feel your emotions, allow yourself to really go inside your heart, that's perfectly fine. But then you release it and you let it go. You don't become the emotion. So if you're angry, you tend to feel the anger, and this is why meditation is so important, because it allows you to feel the anger, but you don't become the anger. You're not going to walk around for the rest of the day or the rest of the week or the rest of the year angry over a news that you receive. In meditation, we're able to feel the emotion because it's good to feel it. To feel is to heal. And then we release it and let it go so we can move on. So we can learn and grow from those challenging times and not feel stuck. I hope that makes sense. So overall, to cope, to deal with bad news, you want to ask yourself, is this affecting me? Or how is it affecting me directly? If it's yes, we have choices. We can go into a grievance mode, or we can go into a miracle mode where we CFL, we look at things as challenges. They're finite, and there's a learning and growing opportunity. We allow ourselves to feel the emotions, but not become the emotions. And a great tool to do that is meditation. And then we trust that everything is perfect, that every moment that is happening right now is supposed to happen, that there is a purpose, that we're supposed to be going through this difficult time in our lives. And when we can find a little bit of clarity, of hope, of seeing things differently, more clearly through challenges, through learning and growing opportunities, then the bad news that come into our lives, we can take, we can grow from, and we don't allow them to just destroy who we are as an individual. I hope this lesson has helped and you feel much better about receiving news. If you have questions, if you're needing to talk to me further about this topic, please feel free to go to my website at openlotusmeditation.com and request a free 30-minute session with me. I will also put a link down here in the description of the video, and I'll have my contact information. You're welcome to email me, call me, whatever feels good to you. I'm here to serve. I'm here to send you love and light always. And I will see you soon, hopefully in one of my meditation sessions, and sending you love and light always. Namaste.